Hey guys, Max here. Is a college degree worth it? From varying people, you will hear varying answers. Here are going to be 5 questions to ask yourself to figure out if a college degree is worth it for you. Before we get to the questions though, I want to tell you what Investopedia has to say about a college degree. An investment in a technical or college degree is likely to pay for itself within just a few years of the newly educated worker entering the workforce. Wow. Well, either this Investopedia article was written in 1983 when 15% of women and 23% of men had college degrees, or I don't have any or. That's crazy. The college degree may be worth it and may pay for itself, but with over $1 trillion in student loan debt right now that the government owns, I don't know about that. However, on one side of the equation, you'll hear people say,
Well, young man, did you expect to get a good paying job and pay it off after college when you major in pottery or grass studies?
and yes, that's a very valid argument. But here's the thing. Me, I majored in finance. Good degree, right? Entered a bull market in 2016. Good, right? In over a year, I went on not one, not two, not even 10, but over 30 interviews at various large firms, medium sized, and small firms. And guess what? This doesn't even count the phone screenings. My goodness, I was traveling all around town, all the time. What happened here? Well, I'm not really too sure. Maybe I'm too enjoyable? I'm not really too sure, but it sucked being rejected literally hundreds and hundreds of times. But I also realized that now I can put on my resume that I'm a professional interviewer. But in all seriousness, aside from being a professional interviewer, I also do have some questions to ask before anyone starts any educational program. The first one being, do I enjoy working in the field? Now, this is very different from, do I think I may enjoy working in the field at some point in my life later? No, this is not for the later part, because I have friends and people I know who majored in a very stable major, accounting. Nothing against accounting people. And they do it because everyone said it was a stable and you'll have a job even when the economy's bad kind of situation. And now they are 25 years old, 2 or 3 years into their career, and are dreading every single day. That would be a terrible life to live. But they gotta pay bills, right? That's part of the life. Oh, pay off the student debt too. And I don't laugh in spite of those people. I was one of those people. I was. So I know what it feels like to go to work every single day and not seemingly enjoy any moment of it besides when 5:01 p.m. hit. And believe me, I don't wish that upon anybody. So, I encourage to get in the industry, whatever it is, accounting, business, teaching, whatever it is, get a foot in the door somehow, even if it is the coffee runner slash personal assistant slash whatever it may be, just to get a foot in the door so you can really see what the environment is like. Because people can tell you from their specific experience, but until you live it, you will not know. So get in the industry stat. Next would be, who is in the industry already that can answer questions and guide me. I absolutely put the willingness to learn very high in my value chart, because young people who want to learn, to me, are excited and are willing to grow. That is what is exciting, a growth mindset. So if you can find someone not if, when you find someone in the industry who's doing something similar to what you would do in the future, bring questions to them. Engage with them. Don't just ask, what's a normal day look like? Although that's a valid question, the questions really should be pointed at personality types, what works, what doesn't, the pitfalls, what they did wrong. Figure out what they did wrong, because a smart person learns from their own mistakes, but a genius learns from other people's mistakes. And if they know you well enough, they may be able to give some feedback and speak into whether you would be right for this industry slash job. Because a lot of times we have blind spots and others can see them. And sometimes they're not sweet, not so nice, or not so, what can I say, encouraging, but they're reality. And living in that truth is far better than not knowing. And perhaps they can recommend you to their firm, somebody else's, a connection, a recruiter in the future. So always, always, always be future minded, having the end in mind, and don't burn bridges that are not necessary to burn. And lastly, be very, very gracious of their time. Thank them for their time. Buy their coffee, whatever that gratitude is. Write them a greeting card saying thank you. Whatever it is, go above and beyond the call of duty, because receiving lots and lots of questions from different people can sometimes be overwhelming. But if someone actually takes the time to meet with you and spend time, be very thankful. Next question would be to research salaries or starting salaries for the job that you plan on having in the future compared to educational costs. So let's use an example. Let's say your strong estimate on educational costs over the 4-year period, let's just say, is $100,000. And the starting salary for that $100,000 in debt you'd accumulate is $40,000. Now, I'm not very good at math, but if you start taking away taxes, federal and state, if you live in a state that takes state taxes, it's going to take a long time to pay off that debt. So that would be a very big consideration, because you don't want to be on the end of the college life and going into the job market being heavily burdened by 6 figures of student loan debt, because that is no fun for nobody. In regards to researching salaries and educational costs, go to every single organization you've ever been a part of, your parents have been a part of, your cousin has been a part of, and see if they have some type of scholarship. Sometimes it is dependent upon the religion, if you're a minority, if you're super smart, if your parents have given a big endowment fund. I don't know. There's many different ways, but apply for every single scholarship that you know about. Because I applied for a few, and I was given one that I didn't really even expect to receive. So it's almost like, I don't know, hitting the lottery. But you have to write an essay, which is not really winning the lottery. But you get the point. Apply to every single scholarship, because the worst they can say is no. And then the last, and I really should have made this the first, the really, really important question is, do you find joy in the learning process? Because truly, if you don't find joy in the learning process, the 4-year period that you're going to go to college is going to be sitting and listening to people talk and lecturers over and over again. That 4 years is going to feel like 40 years. And I don't mean senioritis, the very last semester when you're ready to be done. That happens to, I think, everybody. But I'm talking about if you don't actually enjoy or find joy in learning about anything, especially those things that you're super interested in, that would be a concern. That would be almost a extreme red light when it comes to spending any money on education. I wish it was as easy as saying 1 + 1 = 2 to figure out if a college degree is worth it. Every situation is very, very unique. There's financial implications, there are psychological implications, physical implications. There's a lot of things to be taken into account here, and I believe those 5 questions are a good start. Not the end-all be-all. What questions do you guys have that you would encourage someone to ask before going to college? Is college worth it? Is it not? Comment below and let me know, because I want to see what you guys are thinking. And make sure to hit subscribe and like and subscribe again, so I can get this to more people and more people can have value from these videos. Talk to you guys soon.